To the cackling witch herself, Joy Behar from The View, whose jealousy is something to behold.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
Here is Joy objectifying the White House press secretary, saying she only has the job because she's hot.
Joy Behar's sudden departure from The View has surprised the broadcast industry. Fans, analysts, and even her co-hosts are shocked by the unexpected turn of events and are searching for answers. Known for her strong opinions and direct statements, Behar has faced numerous controversies in the past. However, this time, it appears that the situation surrounding her may have reached a breaking point. ABC has not disclosed the exact reason behind Joy Behar's abrupt exit. However, speculation is growing about a possible legal matter, including rumors of a defamation lawsuit filed by Karoline Leavitt. Many are now questioning whether this potential legal issue influenced the network's decision to part ways with the outspoken host. The controversy began when Behar made comments about Donald Trump's press secretary, Karoline Leavitt, during a segment that quickly went viral. Behar suggested that Leavitt's rise in politics was influenced more by her appearance than her professional qualifications. These remarks sparked criticism, with some accusing Behar of being unfair and disrespectful. Given the ongoing speculation, it appears that Behar's future at ABC may have been impacted the moment these comments aired. Whether she crossed a line or if there is more to the story that ABC has yet to reveal remains the key question.
Empowering feminist Joy herself, everyone. And this is why, of course, she's on The View and not working for the most powerful man in the world.
The hosts of The View have once again faced criticism after making comments that some believe contradict their stated support for women's success. When Joy Behar suggested that 27-year-old Karoline Leavitt, Donald Trump's press secretary, was hired primarily for her appearance, many viewers were taken aback. While Joy Behar's statement may not be surprising given her history of outspoken remarks, it has still sparked considerable discussion. Let's take a closer look.
Probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though, it's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
The statement was unexpected, especially coming from Joy Behar, who is known for her outspoken views on feminism. A commenter online reacted by calling it disgusting after Behar suggested that Donald Trump hired Karoline Leavitt based solely on her appearance. When Behar made that remark, the atmosphere in the View studio became tense. Even her co-hosts, who are used to her blunt criticism, appeared surprised as the audience reacted with audible gasps. However, the real backlash unfolded online. Social media quickly erupted, with critics from all sides accusing Behar of reducing a female political figure to just her looks. The irony? For years, Behar has positioned herself as a strong advocate for women's rights, frequently condemning misogyny in media, entertainment, and politics. However, this time, her own words sparked backlash. Many viewers expressed disappointment, questioning how someone who champions women's empowerment could make comments that seemed to downplay another woman's achievements. The response was swift and intense, with many calling for accountability.
Is Joy objectifying the White House press secretary, saying she only has the job because she's hot.
Hashtags like #CancelJoyBehar and #FireJoyBehar quickly gained traction on Twitter, and even some of her most loyal fans struggled to defend her. The disappointment was undeniable. Viewers who had once praised her boldness saw the comment as degrading and disrespectful. However, as the criticism intensified, Behar appeared unfazed. She seemingly chose to ignore the growing backlash, dismissing it as just another controversy that would fade with time. But this was no ordinary media storm. It quickly escalated into a major crisis. The situation took a dramatic turn when Karoline Leavitt made it clear that she would not let the remark go unchallenged. In response, the press secretary took legal action, signaling that she was prepared to address the issue head-on.
And would wipe the floor with you bitter banshees any day.
How well you can do your job, and the American people agree with that sentiment. So it's about confidence, skill, and merit.
Instead of simply responding with a strongly worded statement, Karoline Leavitt took direct legal action. Rather than just condemning Joy Behar's remarks, Leavitt filed a lawsuit accusing Behar of defamation. However, this case wasn't just about hurt feelings. Legal experts quickly pointed out that Leavitt's claim was more complex. She argued that Behar's comments were not only disrespectful but had also caused significant harm to her professional reputation. The lawsuit suggested that this was more than just a misstatement. It alleged that Behar had intentionally and maliciously attempted to damage Leavitt's credibility.
And don't lie about this being her first job. We know what you're doing there.
This time, the stakes were much higher, but the network had stood by Joy Behar through several past controversies. A defamation lawsuit wasn't just about negative publicity, it posed a real financial and reputational risk. Executives reportedly held emergency meetings as they scrambled to make critical decisions. If they stood by Behar, they risked engaging in a lengthy legal battle that could damage the network's image for months or even years. However, if they parted ways with her, they would be losing one of their most polarizing and high-profile personalities. Tension was high behind the scenes. Reports suggested that staff members were divided. Some believed Behar had finally gone too far, while others felt she was being unfairly targeted. According to insiders, intense discussions were underway as the network urgently worked to determine how to handle the fallout.
Democrats have been labeling President Trump a threat to democracy for the better half of 10 years. Let's talk about how they have compared him to Hitler, one of the worst mass in the history of the world, and that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden weaponized the court system and the justice system in this country against Donald Trump in an attempt to imprison him. He sat through a courthouse for 7 weeks this past year, and the Democrats were hoping he would go to jail for it. That is real political violence that has led to 2 heinous attempts on President Trump's life that, by the grace of God, he was able to escape, and he is here with us today.
While a public apology and a temporary suspension were possible options, asking Behar to resign entirely was the most drastic. If ABC was considering that route, they must have believed the situation was beyond repair. What should have been a brief controversy quickly escalated into a major crisis for ABC. Despite the network's desperate attempts to manage the fallout, the situation spiraled out of control. Then came the bombshell. Joy Behar was officially leaving The View. ABC released a statement simply stating that Behar had decided to resign, but the announcement raised more questions than answers. Many speculated that this was not a voluntary departure. Given the timing, coinciding with Karoline Leavitt's lawsuit and an ongoing social media frenzy, the situation appeared far from coincidental. According to insiders, ABC executives had already determined that Behar had become too much of a liability, and the network was cutting its losses before things worsened. Reactions to her departure were intense. Some viewers applauded the decision, arguing that Behar had faced little accountability for her controversial remarks over the years. They saw this as long overdue consequences and pointed to what they believed was a pattern of hypocrisy. Others, however, were outraged. They viewed ABC's decision as a cowardly move, bowing to political pressure rather than standing by one of its most outspoken personalities. This sparked an even bigger debate. Was this a justified response to a controversial comment, or was it another example of cancel culture silencing a veteran media figure for speaking her mind? Social media, news outlets, and even late-night talk shows began analyzing the situation from every angle. Was Behar's departure solely due to the lawsuit, or had ABC been searching for a reason to part ways with her for good? Now that Behar is gone, the real question remains, what happens next? It's great to see someone as dedicated as Karoline. She is a strong supporter of Trump, and her friends should see that as something to be proud of. What is the future of the iconic talk show? Will ABC play it safe by bringing in a less controversial voice, or will they double down and replace Joy Behar with someone just as outspoken? And most importantly, with Behar gone, who could possibly take her place? Whether you liked her or not, Joy Behar was undeniably one of The View's most talked about hosts. Now, the big question remains, what happens to the lawsuit? Will the legal battle continue, or will ABC step in to resolve the issue before it escalates further? According to multiple industry sources, the network is already in behind-the-scenes negotiations with Karoline Leavitt to try and settle the dispute before it causes further damage to ABC's reputation. While some believe a settlement would be the easiest resolution, a prolonged legal battle could become a PR nightmare, keeping Behar's remarks in the spotlight for months or even years. If Leavitt refuses to settle and moves forward with her lawsuit, it could set a significant legal precedent regarding defamation cases involving high-profile figures in the entertainment and media industries. But this situation has evolved beyond just The View or ABC. It has ignited a much larger discussion. How much accountability should public figures have for their statements? Should talk show hosts have the freedom to express their opinions without fear of repercussions? Or is this a turning point where networks begin to censor their most controversial voices? Behar's departure has sent shockwaves through the industry, leaving many uncertain about what the future holds for outspoken television personalities. Will networks take more risks, knowing controversy drives ratings? Or will they become more cautious when selecting bold, unfiltered commentators? One thing is certain, this is no longer just about Joy Behar. It's about the future of free expression on national television.